All right, we live. What's going on? Hey John, hey gamers, welcome to the stream, guys. Long time no see over here on the YouTube. It's been a good bit. How you guys been doing? Let's get things going here. Figured I'd pop over the screen just to make sure I got everything squared away with posting stuff. Yeah, links are all out there. Playthrough Legends finally. Nice. What'd you think of it? Gonna fly to California this Friday. Yo, that's awesome. Going on a vacation? Doing anything special? Seeing like family, or just like going to like vacation-y type things? It's awesome no matter what. But, all right, let's get. Oh, is my collar popped? I'm not one of those guys. I can get it to unpop. What's your favorite Pokemon game is now? Really? Interesting. Alright. Let's get going now. Oh gosh, this is loud. Alright, let's hope this is a little bit better. Did I have a count for... I absolutely would have had a count for SHAYMIN, wouldn't I? What was my count for SHAYMIN? Does anyone remember? It wasn't 32, that was my... It's been so long. I have no clue. I have no clue. Let's see if I saved it. I don't think I did. I don't know if I ever had it either. No, I definitely had it. Quick, someone go check an old stream archive. What did we end at for what did we end at for SHAYMIN? I have no clue what we actually ended at for SHAYMIN. Let's see if I can find it. You guys can tell I'm totally prepared for this, right? Let's see. Do I have the stream link? Okay, what is that? I'm sorry that I'm trying to figure this out so on the fly. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What is this at? What is this at? 8:30. Okay, it's 8:30. I know what it is now. We good. We can go. Once I update it. I'm stalling so hard. This is what happens when you don't stream on YouTube for like almost a month. Got a full odds shiny in Legends? Nice! That's awesome. It was a Badu. It's not bad. It feels weird to play a game with the stick again. I've been playing Cuphead. I've been playing Cuphead on Twitch for the past couple weeks, and that game's all about like super precise D-pad movement. So I've been like really into the D-pad. Hey, what's going on, JT? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? The one thing you wanted from Eterna Forest and BDSP. Pokemon has such a cruel sense of humor, man. Have to get used to civilized, Ian. Yeah. Oh, the party pooper, Ian. Nah. A more traditional stream. Since we finished Cuphead, I was like, I haven't streamed on YouTube in a bit. Turns out it's been like almost a month, like 19 days. Not exactly diligent streaming habits. But yeah, I figured let's do some shiny hunting again. It's been a while. And yeah, so here we are. We're doing this. We'll figure out something else to do on Twitch. For those who might be here and be unaware, I've been streaming on Twitch a lot more in the past almost, I guess, month now. I started up like streaming on Twitch a month ago, I guess. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun over there. We're an affiliate now. We've got access to emotes and subs and all that stuff. We've been having a good time. So yeah, definitely, if you haven't, follow the Twitch. It's linked down in the description if you want more streams. As well as also, I don't have it linked anywhere, but I need to. I also have a TikTok I've started posting to, and like, it's been mildly successful, I would say. Hey, what's going on, Colin? Wait, you have a Twitch? I know, shocker, right? Can you use better TTV emotes on YouTube? You can, but no one has them turned on. Even, I had to turn them off. They got so annoying on YouTube. Like, it's not like, it's a thing you can do, but it's not fully supported. Hey, what's going on, Cinder? So yeah, it's a thing on YouTube. It's not really a thing on YouTube, though. I would recommend, in better TTV settings, turning it off, if anything. Maybe you're okay, JT, but like, whenever I tried to use my own emotes, I couldn't use my actual channel emotes on YouTube because Better TTV was taking it over. Hey, Rose Girl, what's going on? Got your low and Sandshoe Wednesday and had a good time in Arizona. Awesome! Saw a few relatives and had a few good food from the restaurant. Nice! That's awesome. Glad it was a good time. Would be unfortunate if a vacation wasn't a good time. I realized I had like no lights on in the background. Let's get those turned on. Come on now. We got lights. I don't think that changes much of anything, but we have lights. Still working towards your Entei and Darkrai hunts. Entei went over odds today, but you're okay with that. Fair enough. Did quite a bit of Outbreak hunting and Legends of Wolf. Only got 2 shiny Mons, and it was a dupe. Oh no! A second Budu? Or... oh no, your Budu was full odds, right? Hey Lila, what's going on? Mindless Enigma, was that me? It do be me! How are you, Lila? How have you been? It's been a while. Weasel and Floatzel. Ah, gotcha. I should try doing some more Legends hunting. I haven't done it in so long, just because I got so burnt out on Legends, and I got burnt out on it right before the mass outbreaks became a thing, so I really should go back into it. I had huge sacks and nachos, jokingly called it nacho cakes, and another had good gluten-free shakes. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Floatzel is only research level 4, so you're super shocked. That's so cool. That's so cool that you got it though, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to just in my free time do some stuff. Does Ian have a can of Nos on his desk? It's slowly disappearing, but it is there. I don't know if you mean back there. If you mean back there, no. But like here, yes. I do indeed have a can of it. You can't do my streams without my caffeine. Haha. No, I mean, it's terrible. I like the flavor of energy drinks. I shouldn't. Like, I like the part of energy drinks that's bad. I don't know why. I can't explain it. Really want to shiny Zoroark? I got you. Been a while. I caught a shiny Rhyhorn in Pokemon Go today. Congrats on that. That's awesome. I'll go back to Legends after you get a few shinies in other games. Yeah, that's totally fair, Cinder. Don't force yourself and don't burn out too much, right? Like, the reward will be the same reward. But especially with something like shiny hunting, like, don't burn yourself out too hard, because, like, you need those intermediate kind of little rewards along the way in a way that's not frustrating, right? Like getting the number of phases that you've had is just like obnoxiously a large amount of phases. So like, yeah, don't burn yourself out. Do something else. Get the target somewhere else. I'm trying to work. Suffer. Another thing is when your aunt's dogs won't get in the water, but if you splash her lightly, she'll try to eat the droplets. That's adorable. Always go back to SOS if you get too tired with the method. That's very reasonable, honestly. I've just been taking a fairly large break from shiny hunting, and as a lot of you guys have been aware, I've been taking a large break from Pokemon. And just playing other stuff, enjoying streaming other things. Not to be a broken record, but I've decided Twitch is kind of the place where I put non-Pokemon content, non-Pokemon streams. And we've been having a lot of fun over there. We played through Cuphead, we played through Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Hey, what's going on, Vanillix? We have been playing a little bit of Tiny Tina's with some of my friends. Played Fall Guys, played Rocket League. Grand old time, taking shorter, more frequent breaks versus not taking a break and then getting burnt out and then taking a 2-year-long break. Slow progress better than no progress. Exactly. Like, it's the same thing with everything, right? Don't beat your head against the wall for, like, no reason, for no return. I think, honestly, at this point, I would argue... Why did my stream, like, game change to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Steelbook 0454964164 or 6249? What the heck? Can I change this? That's just the name of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl now. What the heck? That's hilarious. Hey, welcome back, Juan. Welcome, welcome. And Twist. Should you stay and watch the Mets game? Like, stay and watch in person, or stay here and watch the Mets game? Because my buddy, this ain't the Mets game. Oh, watch on TV or go to work. I'm not the biggest baseball person, so I don't know. I'm also not the biggest work person, so I don't know. That's on you. I won't tell you how to live your life. Steelbook moment. Definitely a good idea to take a break from games that get burnt out from comp FPS games. Yeah. Yeah, and like, it's kind of something I've been toying with in my head for a while. So one of the big things with Ian loves the Mets. The favorite thing, right? Like out of every sport, the Mets, you know. Yeah. But like, what was I trying to say? But yeah, like just playing different things and doing different stuff. And I've wanted to play different things for a while. I've occasionally done things here on YouTube, but YouTube's so weird about you doing things differently, especially when you've done the same thing for 5 years, like I have. So one of those things was like, yeah, it's worth it to just kind of take a break, move around, do some stuff. Feeling not the biggest work person was tempted to take a sick time today. I feel I was not prepared to wake up for work today, just because like last night I was just kind of remembering the amount of work I have to get done by Wednesday, and I was like, ooh, that's a good chunk of stuff. Like, it's doable. I can definitely do it. I don't want to. You know, like I was like, oh, I've been enjoying the weekend where I just play video games and like upload TikToks, and that's my success for the weekend. Or go race go-karts. I went to 2 different racetracks on Saturday. YouTube's just weird. Good thing you got a good start here, because now you can move, also stream on Twitch easier. That's absolutely true, in my opinion, gamers. In my experience, Twitch is terrible for like breaking out on, right? Like, you can't. I know the Sky's Toast did a whole video on this, as far as like, you can't just stream on Twitch and be good. Like, you can't just stream on Twitch with a good stream and guaranteed take off. You have to get extremely lucky for that to work, because I feel like a lot of people, I think Twitch has kind of changed this a little bit, but a lot of people still just sort, and Twitch even Twitch is not this, is this behind the scenes with like a little bit of a shake of Twitch sorts you most to least viewers. You can change that to least to most if you want to find someone with 0 viewers and chill with them. Or you can do recommended, which is like most to least viewers, but we shuffled the rows some. Like, it doesn't change a lot. If you already weren't in the top 3 pages, you're not going to show up on the first page anyways. If you play something like Minecraft and you don't have 300 viewers, you're not in the first 10 pages. It's crazy. But yeah, YouTube's algorithm, as frustrating as it can be, is way more likely to just randomly put a stream in front of your face with 0 viewers. Which is very poorly managed for new users. Yeah, I think, having looked at it, if you want to be mainly a streamer on Twitch or YouTube, Twitch might be overall better once you're big, because you sit at the top of those feet. Like, whatever game you play, you sit at the top. Someone like Shroud, if he plays a game, he's at the top. Like, if he plays a game, like, he doesn't have to care about what, like, game, like, is popular to be on, like, the top meta. If he wanted to go play, like, Space Cadet Pinball from Windows XP, he would put Space Cadet Pinball on the top 3 rows of games on Twitch by himself. Like when you're big, and you can control the game. But when you're small, and it does nothing. Where YouTube kind of evens that playing field in frustrating ways, but it works. We're hurting the way to do a stream on Twitch, but I have a YouTube channel that links to the Twitch. Absolutely, that's the real case, and that's kind of what I'm kind of getting to. If you want to stream either platform, generally, if you're mainly streaming, Twitch is probably the better option. I started on YouTube mainly because I knew YouTube and didn't know Twitch at the time. But yeah, like, if you have a Twitch, you have your streams, but then you also have like a YouTube channel and or a TikTok, and you have your Twitter and you have a Discord, and you use those to, like, you have your Discord to keep the conversation going, and like your Twitter to keep the conversation going with people, interact with the community. You have your YouTube and your TikTok to constantly have discoverable content, because you can't discover an offline stream. So like the only way to like find new people is to post content other places. There's also this less caring towards the streamers, Ludwig's reason for moving to YouTube. I mean, Sykkuno moved to YouTube because an official Twitch thing, like, misspelled his username. Twitch streams is the way to record YouTube videos. Yeah, and that's the smart thing to do. You should always be looking to, like, make content that way. I've been trying to, in a way on Twitch, make, like, TikTok, like, things. Like, I stream for 4 hours, there's gotta be a 15-second clip in there that's worth converting into like a TikTok or a YouTube short and posting, right? Like, you just have to make sure you're actively working towards, like, you're not scripting content, but you're setting your content up in a way to work well. You're playing Switch Sports, and I encountered a player whose name called Don't Ask Me at the game, he called Flip. Like, they just had, like, really weird usernames. I'm surprised, like, Nintendo lets people get away with that. I got very little sleep last night, couldn't fall asleep normally. When you normally do, which led to anxiety about being tired at work, which led to less sleep. That's unfortunate, but yeah, I feel. Yeah, you grow on YouTube, people end up traveling over with you. Yeah. That's definitely a big thing. Hey, what's going on, Beck? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, that's a big thing. Like, I used to live, like, one of my friends growing up who, like, lived across the street from me is a professional, like, Twitch streamer. Like, that's how he makes his money. He has, or had, contracts. I don't know if he still does. I don't follow his streams very closely. He used to be partnered with a big League of Legends team. And had like, he used to have those sponsors rolling and like a little roller on the side of the screen. He doesn't anymore. I don't know if that was just time commitments or what. But like, I talked with him one time last year, and yeah, he was like, yeah, I mean, you make your you put like your permanent content on YouTube and you stream on Twitch, and like that's, I feel like that's a no-brainer. It's just something I've never done. Grinding an old school Final Fantasy because you hate yourself. Fair enough. Russian badge often use Twitch videos way to record YouTube. Yeah. Yes, like that's not uncommon. I mean, look at most of the big Twitch partners and Twitch streamers. You'll see that they do that. If you're a full-time content creator, you need to be making the most use of your time as possible. And like the number one way to do that is to make it so that your stream, where you talk with people and like you talk with your community and you do the kind of thing you like doing, is also setting you up to make good content later, right? Like your streams shouldn't be entirely disjointed from your content, unless like they just aren't related and you like aren't trying to do anything with your streams. Like if you're the only way you really get away with like your streams, like a Twitch stream being completely disjointed from your YouTube content, is if you're a YouTuber who happens to do Twitch. But like big streamers need to be using their streams to make the content for YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and wherever the heck you're putting your stuff. You've gotta be like, it's gotta be like working for you, right? Because yeah, if you're a full-time creator and you don't want to be working more than a normal full-time job, I really wish I could figure out what makes my camera so bad. I think it's related to the white hat. I need to fix that. I need to figure out how to change that setting. But yeah, like people will use that content. Like you need to, like if you don't want to be spending, 10 plus hours a day on everything, you probably want to take your streams and make those into like a highlight clip channel-y thing. And like you want to get clips out of that, you want to get highlights out of that, you want to make content with that. Like where basically one 5-hour stream can become a 15-minute video once a week or once a day if you have an editor. Don't do that on your own, dear God. But like, you want to be able to constantly make content off of the content you already made. YouTube's also useful in the fact that it's the world's largest social media. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, YouTube's a vital part of it. Yeah, still clips on YouTube. Like that makes sense. That made sense for Spotify in that case too. Yeah, YouTube is one of the best discoverability platforms out there. Like you want to get discovered, YouTube is one of the best ways to do that. There aren't many social medias where the main function of the platform is to show you new content. Right? Like Twitter, the most Twitter does, without you explicitly going to a trending page, because I know a good chunk of people don't want to go to the trending page. They want to see what they want to see. They don't want the platform to necessarily overtly tell them this is what you should see. So like a Twitter or something. What's a Twitter gonna offer you? It's gonna maybe say like, hey, if someone liked your post, people who follow that person might also see that post. That's the most you're getting discovered there without hashtags. 3 more shinies, you'll have 60 of the 240. Yo, almost a quarter of the way there, Juan. That's awesome. But yeah, YouTube's great for that. TikTok is also very good for that. Like, those are probably the 2 main platforms for having your stuff discovered in other places, right? Like, if you put your podcast everywhere, who's gonna find it? Who's gonna find your podcast in the sea of podcasts on Spotify? No one. But you get some good baitable like clips that you can get like a good but honest like clickbait out of, like in that title, and hook people in. You're golden. You accidentally KO SHAYMIN. Are you unable to catch it? I believe if you run away and come back, it comes back. I don't know for sure. Someone else might. You're starting a podcast at work. Go for it. Is it about work stuff? Well, hey, here's all the tips back. Yeah. Make sure you can get some outrage clips. It's about all the crazy stuff in your life. You're part of a podcast. Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I feel like podcasts might be beyond me at the moment. I feel like I effectively put the effort in that would go into one in a stream. I did a presentation for a bunch of high schoolers who were interested in school and are joking around, and one of the professors offered to help getting started. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually really cool. Yeah, like I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do a podcast on, so I don't care to start one because I also don't listen to a lot. There's a couple I pay attention to for like various reasons, but like the most I'll get into them is I'll get into one for like a little bit, listen to like 3 or 4 of the latest ones, go neat, and then stop watching it. Devious, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Up next, speedrun Cuphead. I feel like I have cupped my last head. I don't know. We might come back to Cuphead at some point, but for now, all I care is I have beaten the main game and I have beaten the DLC. Doing good. Awesome. Good to hear. Manager of one of the studios on campus. Nice. So just starting one as a way to practice your stand-up stuff. Go for it. Do it. Cuphead podcast. I don't know if I have anything else to say on that topic. Nah, but yeah, Cuphead was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It felt like the right amount of difficulty. Like there were points where it was kind of wildly difficult and frustrating, which was good. I think it was really good to have it be a bit difficult. But I want to play some other games now. I don't know what games, but I want to play some other games. Don't feel there's enough to do full podcast on Cuphead. Oh yeah, no. Would definitely be hard to come up with stuff for a game that's already fully out. Like, you could pull something off with like some games that are about to release. Kirbo. We could do a follow-up Kirby stream. Work a bit more on the completion. Just screeching on mechanics for an hour. 11,770 software sets for Dialga and nothing yet. Devious. Oh my god. Hopefully you get that soon. Unless you turn your brother play Cuphead with your 50-year-old father is one of the funniest things you have ever watched. I can imagine. Oh my gosh. Cuphead's such a wild game. I don't know how it plays multiplayer. Roberto, welcome to the stream. 280 resets for Azel Shiny and no Shiny. Imagine you got a Shiny and accidentally KO. Oh gosh, I always am scared of that. Best of luck to you, Roberto. You'll find it, and you'll get it. You'll be ready for it, man. You'll be ready for it. Yeah, like I had seen a little bit of Cuphead gameplay back when it came out because some friends were like playing it. I didn't realize I somehow have I've almost exclusively seen platformer footage from Cuphead. I knew that there were boss fights, like I knew that was a large chunk of the game, but I didn't realize that it was the majority of the game. I thought there was like a bunch of platforming up to a boss fight, but no, it's just, there are a couple run and gun levels here and there, but ultimately, it's a boss rush. The whole game's a boss rush. I got double shiny Pokemon at the time. There's so many shiny Pokemon, yeah, that's wild. Plays really well as a co-op game. Oh yeah, and like the co-op, like being able to parry and bring health back in, like it's good. You can really play it every time you're both home. Nice! Yeah, it'd be interesting to try multiplayer. Because I played through the whole thing single player on Twitch. Shellos yesterday did a hit and run while you were playing with your party Pokemon. No! Yeah, one of the things as well that I want to do... One of the things... not that I want to do. One of the things I'm trying to consider when I find another game to play is what's a good game to, like, get some, like, clips from. For things like TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Like, I genuinely want to kind of consider that. You know, like I've been saying now, it's like, use stream content to make more content, and it's like, it works. If you do it right, it works. You just got a Primplip just now. Like a shiny Primplip? Nice! So yeah, like, it's like, I want to try that. I want to do some more of that. It's worked with the 2 things I've posted, or like, I've tried a few things. Those types of things aren't really game dependent. Some games do put you in a better situation for that, and... I'll be right back, alright, and hey, yeah, shiny noise! Most TikTokable game moments aren't because of the game. Oh yeah, no, like, absolutely, you could be playing any game, and it, like, it happens, but there's ways to set it up, and, like, structure your stream around a certain game to get a bunch. My goal isn't so much get one, like, random moment where I get, like, tricked by the game or do really well or, like, find some weird thing. It's getting something where I can basically make, like, a week to a month's worth of, like, TikTok off of one stream. That way I can have a bunch of streams I don't have to worry about finding that one clip out of to get a daily thing, right? Roguelikes produce good TikTok moments. Interesting. I will consider. Yeah. People being funny with a group. Yeah, like, there's ways to, like... There's parts of it that, like, work one way or the other. Become a TikTok. I don't know if I have the hips for that one. Reason why most of the time YouTubers and streamers almost often come up in groups. That's a different phenomenon, actually. That is a phenomenon of platforms love retention and watch time, and one of the #1 ways that they gauge it is, was this video the last video they watched before leaving the site? Was this stream the last stream they watched before leaving the site? Did they go to another stream? Did the viewers go to another video? And if you're a group of people, you can point people around to different perspectives or to just different content that's related, or like that person just has it, and it cycles. It spirals upwards like mad. But you have to have a group of people that's fully dedicated to it. Yeah, it's not so much that more people makes more funny or more enjoyable. It's if you have a group of people, like, example, the Paul brothers and the people around them, they'll rise together because you know, let's say Jake made a video bashing Logan and Logan made a video bashing Jake, so both groups have to, like, cross over to watch the other video to see the response, and now YouTube's gotten you to watch now they've gotten you to watch 2 YouTube videos, keep you in their sphere while also keeping you inside YouTube's sphere, which makes YouTube very happy. A less controversial group would be like Hermitcraft, the Minecraft SMP server. You watch a video that has Grian in it, and Grian interacts with Iskal, so you watch a video with Iskal, but then he interacts with, like, Gem, so you watch Gem, who interacts with Pearl, who interacts with B-Dubs, and, like, it just, you get this cycle and you stay in that, and that's why they do so well. That's generally why it is. That's why it is like the way that the platform kind of spirals people around each other if you're all fairly equally involved. But yeah, the trick with TikTok that I have found is you have to, like, the video has to, like, very quickly make you want to watch the whole thing. And then it has to, as soon as you're like, oh, that's why I watched the whole thing, it has to end. It has to be, you cannot ramp down from it. It's like, you've concluded the TikTok, it's over, cut it now, don't let it go a second longer. If that video does not loop, if that video doesn't loop before people click off of it, you're done. Hey Greg, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Granted, this is me talking with like literally 2 TikToks to have gone above 1,000 views, so like maybe I'm talking out of my butt, but it's worked so far. Start a YouTube channel and we can face some drama. Alright, sounds... Yeah, I need everyone in chat to make YouTube channels, get to about the same size I am. And then we'll just start, like, writing diss tracks and all this weird stuff and make clickbaity videos about each other and just, like, take over the platform. My main thing right now that I'm looking at is, one, keep doing the Twitch. Keep YouTube alive. I don't want to forget YouTube. I know most of the people here not risking a drawing channel will get banned. Nah, make another channel. Reminds you of something you saw on Reddit. What's that? But yeah, like my main thing right now is, my main priorities at the moment, I guess, are keep Twitch going, keep YouTube streams going, take Twitch streams, especially because I'll be honest, YouTube streams are fun. I like doing the shiny hunting. Not many clippable moments out of one of these. You might get like a sound bite, but that's about it. It was a town where there's a Chevy and Ford dealership and had a massive rivalry. Guy that owned the Ford dealership dies, and it turns out he owned both. Yeah. No. Fate competition. Control the whole thing. Rivalry is marketing. Oh, absolutely. That's the smartest thing to do. You win both ways. But yeah, YouTube and Twitch streaming, those two streaming things, I want to stream. That's what I like doing, because I like hanging out and talking with everyone. But I want to be able to take stuff, especially from Twitch, and turn it into things that can be posted other places to like be out there and be found, you know? And the ship went through a shell corporation. Interesting. I feel like he could have gotten away with it if he just, like, named one after himself and just named one, like, some random name. Second channel is a PNG tuber to fake trauma. No one will ever notice that the voice is the same. Voiceover work? Ah, alright. We got this whole game going now. I'm gonna game the whole system. Finally break past 3K subs. No, so yeah, like, I wanna, yeah, so Twitch streams, YouTube streams, and also YouTube videos. I want to make at least a few YouTube videos of varying sizes, like nothing like massive. Hey JJ, what's going on? Thank you for the sub. What are we on about? We're currently trying to plot against like the YouTube algorithm and just like use chat to like make the stream skyrocket right to the moon. How's it going, JJ? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Azimuth common English phrases. We'll just like patch it all together. We'll figure out a way to make a video out of that. It's like those movies where they had like a little tape recorder and they just like played sound bites from the person they were trying to fake being on the phone. They were trying to fake being, they were playing that through the phone. You know, no one was ever suspicious of these really weirdly long phrases or slightly, like weirdly length phrases that don't actually ever answer anything specifically. Like The Rock faking mankind saying I quit. You gotta stir up that drama somehow. People aren't talking about you, you're losing. Yeah, the internet loves drama too much. It's gotta fake some, right? I mean, I mean, I know TikTok today was super in agreement that I am a phenomenal actor. You know. That was so fun. That was so funny seeing the comments, and it was like, I want to respond with something, but the smart thing is to just shut up. Because that was hilarious to see, and confusing at the same time. Just deleted TikTok today. Fair enough. I don't use it. I don't consume any content on the platform. I tried for like a week. I was like, okay. But TikTok is so good at narrowing down on what it knows you like that, like, it became uninteresting to me. Weirdly. Like, spent 3 hours of a 6-hour car ride on it. Yeah, that could probably burn you out. But yeah, like, I downloaded it, I was like, alright, I'll try it. I don't want to be, like, old and crotchety at the age of 25. It's like, I'll try it out, I'll see what it is. Have TikTok but never use it. Fair enough. Couldn't remember a single TikTok you had watched. Ah, yeah, where it's like, this was literally a waste of my time. But yeah, like, for me, basically it went from the super generic, like, here's everything, and it was just horrible, I was swiping past everything, to it got on this weird thing with me, and I'm like, no, that's not me, and I was like, right on the verge of deleting it, like, completely giving up on it, like, this is absolutely pointless, what is the whole deal with this? And it immediately, like, I know, within, like, 3 videos, it completely went from all of this garbage to kart racing, dirt track racing, racing. I was like, it nailed me. Like, it was trying. It's like I don't know how it got to that, but it just like it got to it, clicked, and went, that's it. That's what you're into. I'm like, is wild how fast it got it at that point. TikTok can remember a thing, but Vine, I can remember everything. Because everyone watched Vine compilations after Vine was gone. No, Instagram Reels are functionally the same, but somehow watching those feel better. Yeah, but I didn't install Instagram on my new phone when I got it, like, in April. Decided to install it at the end of May, because like, I haven't been on it, and it was kind of like the point where I was like, I should try putting feelers out on social medias again, to see where I want to, like, try to plant my stake again. Like, as like a content creator. And I downloaded Instagram, and I had been gone for like 2 months at that point. It wouldn't show me anything without me like going into people that I follow. It wouldn't show me anything older than like 2 days old. And I was like, well, I can't catch up on any of the stuff I saw before it goes into garbage suggested posts that I don't care about at all. It's like, oh, you followed like 3 car accounts, and the most profitable thing for us to show you is car stuff. I'm like, okay, but I don't care about not the people that I follow's car stuff. I don't need to see aftermarket stuff for cars I never want to own. Why is this all my suggested posts are? I don't want, like, for me, Instagram is a platform where I just want to, I want to follow this person, and chronologically, the group of people I follow, I want to see all of their posts. I want to be able to scroll back for years. But yeah, like, because I remember, like, looking and going, hold on, why can't I scroll back? Like, and the problem is, like, I scrolled through stuff. Because I immediately remembered, oh yeah, I remember being frustrated about this. I remember being frustrated, and it happened again. I was like, oh yeah, and deleted it immediately. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. Because it was like, I scrolled through and I went, oh, there, like, I missed a post that was actually interesting and had closed out of the app because just habit to force close, like, social medias when I leave them so that they don't sit there in the background. And I went back into it and it wouldn't show me that post again. It was like, no, you've already seen it. You're good. You don't need to look at it. Or, oh, it didn't keep you on here. We don't want to show it. It's like, I came back for it. Show me. Facebook ruined Instagram. Facebook ruined Facebook, man. they're just slowly pulling it more, Instagram more and more into Facebook too. Like Reels are now just on Facebook, like show up on Facebook and stuff. And it's like, all right, well I already don't want Facebook. Why would I just want orange Facebook? I'm done hunting for now, and I'm gonna finally edit the Shiny Lugia video. That's the one people want to see. Heck yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I don't have a Facebook. I had an Instagram. It's dead now. I have no point in using it. At least like other platforms like Twitter that are like also kind of in the same vein of we'll show you what we think you want, have an option to say no, you're bad at this, let me see everything in time order, and it like actually does time order. Like sure, yeah, there are plenty of people out there who are gonna like download a social media and leave it on the recommended, which is fine, but let people also go, huh, what's it like to just see stuff in time order and not in the order that keeps me here? As much as we just sat here and said like YouTube's algorithm is great for being discovered as a young creator, there's like a smaller creator, I hate that every social media is like, we'll show you things in the algorithm order now, and it's like, no, because they're all stupid, or they're not stupid in the sense that they're dumb and bad. They're stupid in the sense that they're bad for like society. It's just dumb. It's like, it's so dumb that like the priorities are what they are, because it sucks. Because it's just like, oh, if we keep people on the site longer, it's good. But yeah, people are on the site longer and now upset. Which sucks. Which is why it's just better to live stream, or being on the platform longer just means that you've streamed a game longer and are slowly losing your mind. So yeah, after me ranting about algorithms and like stuff and saying long form content's more enjoyable, go follow my TikTok, mindlessenigma, same name as the YouTube channel. Also, go follow me on Twitch. We're trying to get to 200 followers by the end of the month. We're at like 165 right now, which is awesome. We're close. We got like over half a month left to get to 200. It'd be awesome if we could. So if you're not following on Twitch, that's linked in the description. Go over there, check it out. I'll be streaming on there probably tomorrow. We'll find a game. We'll find some interesting stuff to play. Yeah, I've been trying to think of some games to play that are just like in my library that I don't have to buy more games, because I've bought a lot of games recently, and it was justifiable when there was a summer sale, but there's no longer a summer sale. I'm following on TikTok, but you never use it and don't want to see anything in there. That's fair, man. That's fair. Don't feel forced to. Honestly, like following just to follow and then not do anything, like is kind of as useless as not following. Which isn't to say, oh, it's useless to not follow, but like, at the end of the day, if I have 100 inactive followers on TikTok versus like 0 followers, that's effectively the same thing, just without also being confused about a number. It's like, why do I have 100 people and not like getting at least like 50 views on everything? Lugia is arguably one of the biggest moments in your Shiny Hunting career, so you're really excited to get it uploaded. Awesome! I'm so excited that you got that, Cinder. That's so awesome. Yeah. Also, like TikTok, I really feel like following doesn't do much. Because I feel like TikTok is so much it is about like just content being served to you by a recommendation more than follows anyways. Like on YouTube you would never expect to see like 1,000 views on something and 20 followers, or like in 20 subs. That's not how it works. You know, it doesn't work that way on YouTube, but it does there. It does on TikTok. All the memes made about the shiny Lugia not existing. Absolutely. Make it like make it some like massive fanfare video. Cue a meme montage, the circus music, because the hunt made a clown of me. That's perfect. That is perfect, Cindy. Man, completely unrelated, but it's been so hot out recently. It's finally a little bit cooler now, and it's ridiculously humid and feels just as miserable outside. I had to mow my yard like this afternoon for the first time in a couple weeks, just because it went from I guess they're just over a week, which is still a little bit long for how much it's rained recently. It's been wild. I want to use the Paimon emote, but that's only on Twitch. Sad. Theoretically, you can use Better TTV here. Theoretically. I don't use it on YouTube though, because it kind of ruins the YouTube emotes a ton. It completely screws the YouTube emotes up. I just wish YouTube would finally freaking get to a point where I was allowed to use gift memberships on YouTube. Because, like, I know it's a thing for people, but it's just so far behind here. Mow your lawn, no sunrise or sunset to avoid the intense heat hours. I mean, okay, but here's the problem with that. I'm not a morning person. Usually on the weekends I will try to mow in the morning, but this past weekend it was already ridiculously hot. There was also F1 to watch in the mornings, and by the time F1 was done, it was hot. So yeah, I just didn't mow. I didn't mow my yard in the morning this weekend, and in summer we tend to get a lot of afternoon rainstorms. Priorities, absolutely. I don't want to get it done. Also, guys, crab rave, crabs in chat, crabs in chat if YouTube lets them show up. Hey, we got some crabs. Hey, that you can't give specific people memberships on YouTube. It's just a pool that people can claim. And that's weird too, right? Like, it is one thing that, like, most like Twitch gifts go random, but yeah, you can just gift, like, individual people ones. It's so strange. Like, YouTube's trying to figure it out, but YouTube's also had, like, YouTube created YouTube Gaming in like 2015, 2016. They've had time to figure this out. And then they killed YouTube Gaming and just rolled live streams into a platform that doesn't handle live streams all that well. It's weird. YouTube's strange. But yeah, so anyways, I had to mow my lawn this afternoon, and oh my god, it was still so hot, and it was so long. And I kind of realized, for the first time since living here, which has been like 10 months now, there's an entire section of my yard that is my yard, 100%. I was aware it was my yard, but I had never mowed it, because I had kind of stopped before it, because at one point my landlord mentioned, oh, don't worry about that. I'll take care of that every once in a while. That's not yours to really deal with. Don't worry about that. I was like, okay, so I didn't. I realized, like, over the weekend, it's never been dealt with. It's like, maybe I should clean it up before it, like, overtakes the stop sign. Like, it's not anywhere near that, but, like, the grass is 4 feet tall there. Maybe I deal with that. Favorite way to get sub on Twitch is someone who says they can't sub. Like Twitch is great because Twitch is so built around the idea of the live streaming communities on it. It's part of why I've kind of slowly been moving towards it, or not really slowly. I kind of immediately and instantly shifted to it. I pivoted very hard, very hard. But yeah, like there's a lot of stuff on Twitch that I think is really awesome that I wish YouTube would have a little bit more of. I don't know how much of that's like Twitch patents or something. Like, because Amazon definitely could patent a lot of the stuff that Twitch has done. But, who knows? Who knows? I will say, I've said this before. I don't know if I said it on YouTube, but I definitely said it on Twitch when it happened. The moment I became affiliate on Twitch was the moment where I was kind of like, Twitch isn't just an experiment for me, it's going to actually be something I stick with largely now. And it wasn't just, haha, I can make money now on Twitch, because like ultimately the amount of money I can make on both platforms comes out to about the same given viewer involvement in the same way. Again, this is subtracting the fact that like 31 gift subs have been donated since July 1st, and even before that, Colin, I believe you had gifted some, and Yumiko gifted some before that as well. Like, ignoring that, like, super chats exist, memberships exist, ads are run, like, I can make money on both. But the reason that I was like, Twitch is definitely a thing I kind of want to stick with, as much as people have said Twitch isn't great for like their creators. Both can be annoying and bad. They're large companies and individual people. It happens. When I was eligible for Twitch affiliate and like Twitch like payment status, Twitch's response was, cool, send us your payment information. Filled out the required forms basically saying, I'm a US citizen, give me US dollars, here's my bank account. Whereas YouTube banned me for a week. Permanently banned me, and I only got back because I found an actual human after getting ghosted by the appeal system. Like, night and day difference. So I was like, alright, I have to respect that a good bit, and it was a very positive experience for me. So, like, I have no reason to, like, disparage Twitch in any way, right? Like, so yeah, Twitch is something that I'm definitely sticking with in a large way. I'm, like, not leaving YouTube either. Still doing Pokemon streams, still like shiny hunting. I might be transitioning the YouTube account more into actual videos at some point when I can come up with video ideas. I do, but with the Twitch subs, I do find it curious, because I talked with James, aka Code Monkey, a couple days ago, after he had gifted like 5 more subs, and he was like, yeah, I gifted them, and he's like, because he gifted like a group instead of like saying, I gift to this person, and it's like, he's like, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that like when I gifted the subs, they went to almost all people that weren't actively in the stream. I was like, yeah, like 1 went to people in the stream and the other 4 went elsewhere. Whereas he was like trying to gift to the people who were actively watching. Multi-million-dollar exclusivity deal with Twitch. I wish that was the kind of news I would be announcing soon. Alas, it is not. Hey guys, Twitch saw my potential with my 7 average viewers. Granted, 7 average concurrent viewers equals or beats most of my YouTube streams. So, doing something right there. Enamorous and Manaphy are the only exceptions to the Shyness and Arceus, so don't want to transfer your Shiny Manaphy from Usum to Arceus. Very understandable, Juan. Totally reasonable. Oh shoot! Juan, you just reminded me I need to buy eShop cards. I need to buy eShop cards and load them on to my 3DSs, or to my 2DSs. And buy the last things that I can possibly buy on the eShop. Chat engagement was through the roof though. Chat engagement's awesome. You guys are all fantastic. I'm joking. Okay, that's all the single mentors should start trying to date famous rich people as a fundraising picture. Y'all have fun with that. Y'all have fun with that one. Make that work. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Chat in both YouTube and Twitch streams, y'all are great. Fantastic. Love hanging out. Wouldn't be doing it if I didn't, right? Like, it would make no sense to... It would make no sense to, like, stream if I didn't like talking with chat and if chat wasn't enjoyable. YouTube streams, an equivalent chat engagement on YouTube is a little bit more stressful than the same on Twitch if it's at a low point. Right? Like, on Twitch, granted, this is more so the content I put on each than the platform themselves, but, like, on Twitch, if I have a lull in the conversation, I can just focus on the game and talk about the game a lot more. YouTube, we're basically like just doing a back and forth conversation while I play a game. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to do conversationally or talk about the game if it's not like an engaging chat. And that's a streamer thing to figure out. That's on me to make it enjoyable. Hey, what's going on, Aiden? How long does each reset take? Here, probably like 15 to 30 seconds. Soft resets in BDSP are horrid, but Shaymin's a runaway encounter. So like, yeah, soft resets in this game take like a minute almost. It's wild, it's rough. So this is where you announce you're now dating insert non-controversial celebrity here. If I had to close the game. Not for Shaymin, fortunately. Shaymin, you can just run away, and if you leave, if you just walk right outside of the area onto the route and back into the Shaymin area, it works. And hey, what's going on, Jewel Naomi? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yeah, runaway resets are pretty fast. BDSP is just a painful reset time. Yeah, as soon as it switches over to Sea Break Path, you're good. Turn around, walk back, Shaymin's there again. Any other Pokemon like that? I feel like most of the, don't quote me on this, I am horribly, like, lacking knowledge in BDSP. I believe any static encounters it works for. Doing good, awesome, good to hear. Similar to farming the UC interaction. Yeah, like a lot of the static stuff, if you run away and come back, it's back. It reloads when the route reloads. But yeah, anything that's soft reset, like that you save right in front of to do, gonna take a lot of time. Can breed up the distortion Pokemon and use some and hunt most of the legends and use some as well with Darkrai, Shaymin, and Arceus and BDSP. Can run away Darkrai, but the runaway time is more than the soft reset time? Really? So like, with Darkrai, do you have to like load a massive area? I haven't even looked at Darkrai. I have the items for it. I have everything to hunt everything in these games, but I haven't like actually looked at it. Very frustrating how you have one turn to catch it and then it runs away. When it comes to the ones that wander. Yeah, that tends to be where Master Balls come in. Fortunately though, with the runaways, with the wandering Pokemon, the roamers is what they're usually called. With roaming Pokemon, once you've done that encounter, it is shiny, right? Like you can save, you have a guarantee, like with Mesprit, right? Like Mesprit is the roamer that goes all around. As soon as you've confirmed that Mesprit is shiny, you're set. Because you can save, and you're good. From that point on, it's just a matter of like the painful amount of time it takes to catch it. Fully leave the island to change areas. Yeah. If you're gonna walk a long ways away, or it is another massive loading screen, doesn't work as well. Whereas, like, yeah, with SHAYMIN, you only have to walk like 20 steps back and forward, so it works well. Sucks that Manaphy isn't huntable in this game, and it's also time exclusive. Yeah, I wish that those had been huntable. Right? I really do. Jirachi, Mew, Manaphy, all should have been huntable. Even as soft resets. Even if it was timed. I don't like that it was timed, because it was just kind of a, hey, buy this game early. You know, you have to gut reaction buy this game if you want all the Pokemon. Kind of a sucky way to go about it, but it is what it is, and it is how it plays out. But yeah, like, I wish that, yeah, like, they had been huntable. No matter what, I wish they had been huntable. I was hoping that Manaphy eggs at the very least would be huntable in some way, even if it was a roundabout way similar to how you had to hunt them in the original games, in the original Diamond and Pearl, with like the save reloading and stuff. Do you think they're going to release Platinum content as a DLC? No. We would have heard about that by now. We would have heard about that before Scarlet Violet news was coming out. There's no way that they somehow announce and release Platinum content for BDSP between now and November, which, oh my god, the new Pokemon games are 4 months away. Y'all, what the heck? What? Yeah, big nope. Yeah, no, these were Diamond and Pearl. That's all we get. I'm okay with it, personally. I know a lot of people were very upset by that. I know a lot of people feel like these games are really soulless. It's like, I enjoyed these. These BDSP here, genuinely one of my favorite Pokemon experiences. Like, straight up. Good time. Is there a place where you can buy, like, off-brand Joy-Cons? Amazon, Walmart, GameStop, probably where you're going to find them. Most of them are going to be... All of them are going to be Nintendo licensed. It's one of those things where whether you just have really bad stick drift and don't want to shell out $65 for new ones, if you find Joy-Cons for $65, my man, you're getting a steal. They're like $80 for a pair. We got Platinum Box Legends in the base game. Yeah. Well, I mean, Giratina was already in the game. Like, they added all of the Pokemon that were added in Platinum into, like, the Underground and stuff, right? Like, they did add them in places. Only Platinum content you're getting is the outfits. They're also limited time, yeah, right? Why were those Granted, cosmetic items, I am much less concerned with being, like, a timed thing. Yeah, character customizations. I'm also biased towards I don't care about customization. How do you get Giratina? There's a path that unlocks once you beat the game. Apologize for your spelling. You're good. Yeah, so Spring Path. This little, like, tumor on this route right here that you're probably kind of like, why is this here the entire time? There's a little, like, part of the wall that opened up once you beat the game, and down Spring Path, or down the path is Send Off Spring. That's where you need to go. Yeah, puzzle in the ruins of the post game. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so y'all, we're close to Scarlet Violet. We're getting real close. I'm gonna farm those games for so much content. Nah. You're gonna clickbait so many TikToks. No. No, but I do want... Also, yeah, it's definitely the hat. If the hat goes too far in frame, the exposure goes way down, and then, like, I'm in shadow for a little bit. Clothes are so warm out of the dryer. They can be so nice. I remember one time on stream, I complained that my room was really hot because I had just done laundry and brought it all in and, like, sat it behind me on my bed while I streamed in my old little, like, 10 by 10 apartment bedroom. And someone in chat was like, that's not how that works. And I'm like, I just put a heat source in my room. It's gonna be hot. It was also summer, so it just kind of sucked all around. Acting, right? I know, me acting, so much acting. That was so funny. That was so funny. It's not worth, like, going on with them about, it's like, yeah, I can, it's like, alright, yeah, I'm not explaining the context of a 4-hour stream for a 15-second clip. Where they're like, oh, this guy's acting was so bad and stuff, and I'm just like, and you want to think it's acting, sure. I can see where it looks weird, but if you watch the stream, it's not like I faked this whole thing. Right? But yeah, it's not something that was worth getting, like, you know, stun locked with them over, right? Like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with some random people on TikTok. Who gives a crap? High school physics is hard. Yeah, I mean, they're like, that's not how, like, that's literally how, like, heaters work. I don't know what exactly they, like, thought out of it. Ooh, it is time to do Be Real. Oh, gosh. Cool. I think that was kind of cool. Mel got me to download this other social media thing that I'm just using with, like, her. It's kind of nifty. It's called Be Real. Where, like, I guess the idea of it is, like, once a day you just get a notification saying, hey, you have 2 minutes, take a photo. And then it exists for, like, a day. And, like, the idea is, like, you're supposed to do it, like, in those 2 minutes, so you can't, like, pose or anything. Like, it's just gotta happen. You can be late, because I also think they don't want you to be, like, just posting, like... The problem is, I think the first one I got, Snapchat, but weird. Snapchat, but I get it, because... This was a conversation when I had Devin and James on a Tiny Tina stream the other day. I never got Snapchat, because it was, like... Back then, back when, like... Back in my day, no... Like, when I was in high school, Snapchat was 100% DMs. It was 100% direct messages. With a snap, like it was with a picture, but it was just like a one-on-one conversation. There wasn't like a story or anything. None of that existed yet. Neither did the actual just chatting part of it, which is why I would download it now, because I know some people would just use it for like actual text DMs, which is strange, but whatever. But you had to send a picture, and it was to one person. I'm like, I'm not photogenic, and I have nothing to take a picture of. Like, the 2 people I talked with on it, I would just, like, take a picture of my carpet. Like, like, this one at least is kind of like, alright, that's kind of nifty. It's like, you can, it's basically keeping it to close friends, right? Like, this isn't something I would have you guys on, because I could be outside and don't want to just take a picture of my mailbox or something and be like, hey, get in the mail, and then send it to the entirety of the internet. Unless you guys want to send me things in the mail that are worth money, then be cool. Anyone saying they're willing to, like, ship an SM7B to me, I'll hit you up. Yeah, I'll hit you up. I take all of my personal information. Give me a good mic. Give me things and I'll pay out. That's what a PO box is for. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, yeah. But again, this is where, like, the idea of this, like, social media is just be like, you have 2 minutes, take a picture of what you're doing right now and how you're set up, right? So, like, the idea is, like, you're not, like, posing for everything, and you have a little bit of leeway, like, in time. Like, you have, like, a 2-minute time limit. But the idea is, like, I have a few, like, college friends, like, that Mel also kind of got to add, like, that I've sent friend requests to, and, like, Mel is really the main one. And it's, like, it's nice. It's especially nice with Mel. Do I have the shiny charm? I do, but it doesn't affect... Actually, I don't yet. I don't have it in BDSP. I don't have the shiny charm in BDSP. Guys, I'm failing. He'll write SM7B on a piece of paper for me. As long as it's, like, on a check, with, like, that being the 4, and the, like, value of the check is the cost of an SM7B, then we get it. But I don't have the shiny charm. It doesn't affect this hunt anyway, so it's not a big deal. Which is why I didn't really push for it. It only affects egg hunts. Yeah. But yeah, so, like, it's actually kind of been nice. It's nice with, like, my whole long distance situation right now. You know, like, once a day I post and I see what Mel posted, and you know, it's like, oh, she was doing laundry, or she's like out, and it's like, oh, like by the school kind of thing, and she can send like a picture, and it's like, it's neat to see what's going on in like her life, especially because it's like, because, you know, she's in Japan and she's doing all this cool stuff, and it's like, that's nice, like, you know, she might get that, like, it's a way to get like an update of what she's doing when I'm asleep, because it's like, you know, when I sleep, it's like her afternoon is when I'm asleep. So I don't get to like really hear or see it much for the day. When you get your license, your parents put the spare key for the minivan in your stocking for Christmas. You talk to yourself, you get a P.O. box. One of us could hide in the box and get delivered to your home. Juan, you know that like for a P.O. box, I have to go to the post office to open it, right? I don't know how you would... I feel like I would open a suspiciously human weight, like, sized box at the like, the post office. When a brother asked for a sports car, they gave him a Hot Wheel. That's great. I was very lucky with getting my license and actually having a reasonable car that I still own. It's not registered or insured right now, but I still own it. And every day I get closer and closer to selling it for a go-kart. I need to just do it. My biggest problem with selling a car is Craigslist is no longer the place to sell cars. I'll take having to deal with shady Craigslist people over opening my Facebook account again. But Facebook Marketplace is where cars are sold. To soup up the Crown Vic. At one time, Twist, the high school had an SRT-10 Viper engine, and I tried to convince my friend in the automotive program to put it in my car. He said no. He's no longer a mod on the streams. He might still... No, I don't think he is, because he wasn't ever around. And now he's also in Japan. I mean, so many people would want to soup up a Crown Vic. So many people want to buy a Crown Vic, weld the diff, and swing it around saying it's basically a Mustang, because that's the exact same stuff I wanted to do when I was a kid. I guess I kind of still am a kid, but when I was like in high school, I was like, I just want to make this thing like... Oh, I have these ideas. I'm going to put a F-150 Lightning engine in it. Or, oh, I'm going to put like a Lincoln Navigator engine with a supercharger from a Lightning or something. And then, like, those things cost money. I didn't have money then. Why do they have the Viper engine? A local dealership had a crate Viper engine that they just didn't need. So, like, educational purposes, have it. They couldn't sell it, but they had it. I think they got rid of it eventually, because what are you going to do with a Viper engine? It fits in nothing except for Crown Vics and Vipers. I had one of those. They worked on my car in their shop once. I was very disappointed to only have 8 cylinders when I got my car back. On things we don't have money. And then you get money, Aiden, and you've matured to the point that like this, like the thing seems silly. Kind of genuinely what's happened to me. Send it to your P.O. box. I don't know if the Viper engine fits in a P.O. box, but it's the unfortunate thing of you either don't have enough money to buy the thing, or you have money and no longer want the thing. And it's like, dang it, you know, like so many conventions, like anime and like just pop culture conventions. It's like I buy all these things, my walls would be decked out in posters. I finally got money, and I was like, I'm gonna like in high school, like senior year of high school. When I like first really got into like anime and stuff, I was like, my like computer gaming room is just gonna be covered in like everything anime, all these things. We're gonna get to a point where it's like everything is almost like sticker bombed with posters. The things you want don't matter anymore, right? Because like then I got money. There's 3 Pokemon posters on my wall, and then I've got a couple other like YouTube related posters out in my living room. That's what it came down to. Because really the problem is, I could now afford better things than the stuff that I couldn't afford before. I skipped all of that stuff. So the video where a girl's parents gave their daughter a key for Christmas and when she went outside, there's a Toyota in the car waiting for... Hooters got sued one time for the Toyota joke. They ran a whole Hooters ran like a thing where it's like the hostess that gets like the most tips over the course of a month wins a Toyota. And they very much made it seem like it was the car and never had anything in writing. And they gave her a Toyota, like a little action figure, and she sued them and won. It was like, that's fair. Now they have a decent amount of money. You can't imagine being a kid with adult money, right? Good, yeah, right? I still make irresponsible decisions money-wise every once in a while. I feel like that's good. I'll buy random thing that would have made younger Ian very happy every once in a while. I think that's important. Granted, I do this while also still putting money in savings and, like, investments and things. But, like, throwing an obscene amount of money into 3D printing filament to print Master Chief armor. Heck yeah, middle school and high school Ian would have loved that. I can do it now, so I did it. You know? Like, you do those kind of things, but at the same time I also look at both of the cars sitting in my driveway and go, I want to do this and that, and then I don't do this and that. You know? Only 2 Pokemon games you need are White and Black 2. I need to get... I want everything complete in box. And that's gonna suck to finish off. I can finish off Japanese complete in box pretty easily, because I have Mel and Brad in Japan who can get me things for cheap. Cheaper than I can get them here, and Japanese stuff here is cheap. English stuff is not cheap. It's crazy that, like, in the US, getting a complete in box, like, North American English copy of Pokemon, like a Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon game, is obscenely expensive in comparison to Japanese stuff. Waiting to make any big purchases until you move into your new apartment. I feel that. I feel that back. And that makes sense, right? Like, especially it's like, one, the money stuff of getting squared away with apartments and everything, and moving tends to be expensive. Then moving's also a pain, and every extra thing you have to move is an extra pain. When you move, you'll start to upgrade your PC more. Nice! Man, I had to... So my PC actually is like at half the RAM that it should be at, which it's at 16 gigs, which is not bad, but it's like... It could be at 32, which I have hit bottlenecks editing some bigger shiny clips before. And I needed to RMA 1 stick of RAM because it went bad. Like, I bought 32 and then 1 stick went bad. And I did the RMA, and then I realized they wouldn't return it. The RMA wouldn't have completed by the time I had moved out of my apartment, so I just didn't do it. And I've never gotten around to going back to it. Want a PC or a laptop so you can learn to video edit without being in the living room computer? It's so much money. It's a lot. It's a lot. I think, like, it's worth starting in the living room computer, right? Like, if you have access to it, you can use it. I don't see why, like, you don't start there. Yikes, right? Hey, what's going on? It's the Cuphead guy. It's the Wake guy. What's going on, Wake? Welcome to the stream, man. Heart is on YouTube now. Nice. Last time you were videoing for a school project, and it was pretty fun. Yo, heck yeah. If it's fun, do it. Do it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also in a weird state because, like I said, with the cars, I have things I want to do to both. Some are more reasonably priced than others, but one of the cars, I'm getting so close to just, like, pulling the trigger on selling it, because despite the sentimental value of it being my first car and me still having it 10 years later, used cars are still worth a little bit more than they should be right now. I can maybe get some money for it. I don't know right now. Gas is expensive, and it's a, like, 4,000 pound Crown Vic with a V8 in it. 23 on the highway is, like, really, really hyper-miling it. But nothing much, just chilling. Going well. It's going well. We're making some progress. The fact that this is a runaway hunt, not a soft reset hunt, is very helpful. I'm going to sell both to get that new Honda Civic Type R. Hell no. Corolla GR, man. That's what I was going to say, right? It's like, I'm looking at selling the Vic, and then the Corolla. If I knew the price that it would actually be that Corolla GR, I want the GR4 hatchback. Circuit or Marizo edition, man. I'd want it, but it depends on what the price is. And at the same time, they're only making like 5,000 to 7,000 of them, depending on how many trims you look at. And it's like, y'all, people have been wanting these for years now. You should have known the demand. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, so that's where I'm sitting at with like the Corolla as well. Is like, it's like I could do some fun things to it, but like I also want to get it like one that already has the fun things done. You probably wouldn't have to sell your current car. I mean, that would make sense. And also, I would still say look at other if you want EVs, look at other EVs. Don't look at Teslas. I might be biased against them, but they still just aren't built well. Year-long waiting list to get one. That's also a problem. That's a problem with pretty much every car right now, though. Now's not a great time to buy a new car. Yeah, now's not a great time to buy much of anything. It's fun. You've been doing your research. Like I said, I'm probably biased. I dislike the mentality and the culture around Teslas. F-150 Lightning Rivian. Honestly, if you're actually looking, I would say the F-150 Lightning is probably the best one to get out of all of that, just because Rivian's a startup, and startups tend to not be the most reliable in certain things. Granted, Rivian's got like massive deals with Stellantis and other things, or like Rivian's got some good deals, got some good backing. That's why they've actually made a product. But Tesla and Rivian both are very, very new, which is nice for innovation. But oh my god, a company like a Ford or a GM, even if they're memed on for having bad reliability, are a literal century ahead of like Tesla and Rivian when it comes to that, in terms of being able to mass produce cars. And the big thing is, if a part breaks, Ford knows how to mass produce a part to fix it. There's a year-long waiting list to buy a Tesla. There's probably also a year-long waiting list to fix a Tesla. For it to put your longboard, so it's gonna die on the way home from practice. Sorry, you mean your car. Or you just bought a new hybrid for 40,000. Alright. Isn't Tesla's most road trippable EV because of the availability of fast charging stations across the US? That is, well, that's not changing. Well, the fact that like the superchargers are there, Tesla over the next couple of years has said that every single charger on their network will also start being equipped with the standard plug. Like every other car except Tesla, it's like Apple and the Lightning jack, right? Where it's like only the iPhone uses the Lightning port and everything else is USB-C. Everything uses the like actual standard except for Tesla, and Tesla chargers and their whole Tesla network, which is the biggest draw of Tesla, is now on top of having the Tesla plug is adding the other plug. So like everything will be able to use the Tesla network, which is fantastic for them. Rivian stories you've heard just becoming bricks less than optimal. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, that's where my mindset on EVs is that the F-150 Lightning is the turning point. The F-150 Lightning Pro, which is the base model, because it's actually a professional truck, which they don't want luxury stuff, they want nothing but truck. The F-150 Pro is priced below the Fleet Lightning is priced below the Fleet gas F-150. That's a massive deal, and you're gonna see with the electrification of a lot of like general contractor tools and stuff, like someone's gonna some company, a Ryobi or a Black & Decker or someone, or a DeWalt or whatever, is going to come out with a toolbox for an F-150 Lightning that just is battery banks. There's like tons of chargers for your little like Ryobi batteries for everything. And you can just show up to every job site fully charged. They're going to do that. Also, one of the biggest complaints that the general population has had with EVs is that they look too weird. They look too futuristic and like bold. F-150 Lightning looks like an F-150 without a front grille. What legendary am I hunting next? Next, I'd probably do Darkrai. As far as legendaries go, I don't know what like Pokemon I would hunt next specifically. Have an idea for a game to play on Twitch. Elden Ring, popular right now, and rage-inducing equitable wins all around. Possibly. I'd have to see if I could get Elden Ring to run really well for streaming. Elden Ring is a game that absolutely requires like stuff to work well, and like we saw with Tiny Tina's, like it can chug a little bit streaming and gaming off of the PC. But yeah, so I'd have to look into that, because that's Elden Ring's a great game for that, right? Like you get a bunch of little rage moments and everything. Just buy a PS5. I have yet to see a PS5 in stores. I've only seen demo units. I've yet to see a functional PS5 in person. The only consoles that I have seen in store shelves recently are Animal Crossing Switches, a couple Switch OLEDs, and like some Series X's. Next time you're gonna actually buy me one. I won't pay for it. I don't... This also isn't me saying I'm desperately looking to get one. I don't need one. I have a PC. Xbox One's easier to play. Elden Ring is what they put literally on the shelf. It's wild. It's wild, Twist. It's so spotty where they are. Like, I know people near me, like relatively close to me, within like a 30-minute drive with me, or like they're on the shelves everywhere, but they're just not any of the like places I go. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I have no use for a console outside of Nintendo stuff because of Pokemon and Mario and stuff. Like, Nintendo has kind of like cornered the market on things to get alongside your PC. You know, most of the time I sit here playing on my computer, which, going back to be real, right? Like, going back to this whole little social media thing where it's like, post what you're doing now. If I get it at a time I can take a picture, because I have got the time to take a be real, you have 2 minutes to take it right as I like, go to the bathroom. Like, I'm not taking a picture now. That's not happening. But every other time, I think every like be real that I posted has been sitting right here looking at my monitors. I'm like, okay, that's probably kind of depressing. Like, sharing this whole life thing, it's like other people I know are posting like out and about doing stuff. I'm like, monitor, monitor, monitor. Nintendo is for kids and PC gamers. Weirdly accurate statement. Because yeah, it's like, if you have a PC and you're not just buying everything because you buy everything, because some people do, but like if you just buy like one like serious console, you have room for a Nintendo system too. Most people are able to buy them here. True, that's fair. Elden Ring runs on the Slim PS4 and it runs pretty smoothly, and it's technically the worst option to play Elden Ring. Fair. Might do a monotype shiny bug run in the Sun and Moon. Good luck with that. My nose is super itchy, guys. That's the quality content you come here for me to like rub my nose. But yeah, so like, it's like, yeah, I play on, you know, my monitors most of the time. I have the TV in here to play on if I want to play on a bit bigger of a screen, or I have like I have one of those Steam Links still on my TV out in the living room. Can't wait for the Switch Elden Ring drop. 15 FPS, man. Gonna be fantastic, so cinematic. I would be so concerned for an Elden Ring on the Switch. I would be super concerned because Elden Ring and Souls games in general are so like intensely focused on like timing. You can't have any stutters, and it's like it's a question of can the Switch handle it, and then because you're either going to go the route of like potentially choppy frame rates or go the other way of cloud gaming, which is going to have weird latency problems. Gotta watch Doctor Strange 2 today. What did you think of it, Juan? What did you think of it? I saw it. I saw it like the day after it came out on Disney. Session being some PS4 exclusives, and even they're moving to be available on PC. Yeah, like most Xbox exclusives are on PC now through Game Pass. Because Microsoft realized that they have an entire like user base that doesn't pay for an Xbox, which actually saves Microsoft money in the long term, that is willing to pay for Game Pass. And Sony's realizing it too. It's like, oh, PC gamers aren't buying our system because it's not like a combination between the two, right? It's like it's not the same battle. But they're not buying it, so why not just sell them our games? It's amazing how aggressive Nintendo is when it comes to protecting their IPs. Very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. Didn't like the ending of Doctor Strange 2? That's fair. Multiverse of Madness was a very strange movie. It was very weird. It has some really cool concepts, but also had some moments that were just kind of out there. Not my favorite Marvel movie, not my least favorite. Kind of everything post Endgame's been a little bit hit or miss. Because I've also heard pretty middling things about the new Thor. I feel like both the new Doctor Strange and Thor movies are both good Sam Raimi and Taika Waititi movies. Yeah, so I haven't seen Thor, but yeah. However, they didn't really fit in the MCU as a whole because of it. And that's fair. But I do like the idea of Marvel movies kind of each having their own feel. Like Ragnarok had its own feel and it was great. Ant-Man, for as long as Edgar Wright was involved, had some Edgar Wright feel to it, which was good. Doctor Strange having like the Sam Raimi horror movie vibes, fantastic. And they could have pulled that off. Here's my thing. Here's what I tend to think is kind of one of the problems. Thanos was such a big bad, and it made sense for like a massive, you know, all-encompassing universal enemy like Thanos to come into the MCU when he did. Thanos was so all-encompassing, and the idea that they continually need to one-up themselves with like the overarching story. As you approach and enter the multiverse as like part of your like structure for your whole cinematic universe, as you enter the multiverse with that, you're gonna start losing people. You're gonna start losing some casual people. Al, you'll be back, but you gotta go to Jiu-Jitsu. Alright, see you later, Aiden. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope Jiu-Jitsu goes well for you. I was like, it's okay for a Marvel movie after Infinity War, but it's still great, and the most hype moment for you was the wheelchair scene. For spoiler reasons, it's vague. Fair enough. But yeah, no, like, yeah, like, it's not a bad movie. But everything post Endgame has been very weird. Because Marvel found its stride. And, you know, took that swing, knocked it out of the park, and now has to follow it up. And it's hard to follow that up. It's hard to follow up like such... It was lightning in a bottle, and they kind of figured out how to recreate it, but it's not quite the same. Did a great job with the style of the movie, and the credits have the same Raimi Spider-Man feel to it. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Raimi nailed it. Absolutely nailed that feel. I loved the feel of the movie. And like I said, I overall enjoyed the movie. It's just at the same time, it felt like it had consistency things throughout it that were a little weird. It could have been done a little bit differently in certain places. Overall, good movie. Really enjoyed it. I hope some of the things that happened in it are incorporated into the rest of the MCU. Like post-Endgame, they were trying to build up a new unknown character for them to face like Galactus or Kang. They've introduced Kang. They introduced him in Loki, and he would make a really good villain, I think. And I know a lot of people also are like Mephisto, which makes sense. Basically multiverse Thanos, right? But like, it's interesting. It's just, it's hard to follow up Endgame. They kind of, there were a few anchoring characters, right? And they've lost most of them. Like, if you look at Marvel Avengers in 2012, and then look at how many of those characters are still around, it's not many. It's not many of them. And the ones that are around are very different than they were back then. Look at Thor. Like, Thor switching to being Taika Waititi movies worked well. But it does change who he is, and it changes the feel of the movies. Does the MCU have rights to Mephisto? I don't know. I mean, they have rights to anything that Sony didn't have. The only characters that MCU doesn't have rights to is Spider-Man, Venom, Green Goblin. Anything directly Spider-Man related is Sony. Yeah, anything that it was originally from like a Spider-Man comic, like Venom, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, everything that was in No Way Home is basically Morbius, you know, Morbin Time, right? Sony has full rights to Morbin Time, which is a massive blow to Disney. But Disney buying back Fox bought them back all Marvel stuff that they didn't have the rights to, outside of Spider-Man. But yeah, like, I mean, even if they don't do that, they do have Kang. They do have Kang the Conqueror. They've shown that they have Kang the Conqueror. Saw Black Phone recently, not a revolutionary, but a solid horror movie. Which is more going to say about most recent horror. Got you. X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Blade, and Ghost Rider have a collab. Some kind of ownership, but it's Sony and Fox ownership. So, yeah, a lot of that stuff was Fox. Disney bought the part of Fox that owned all of the other Marvel stuff. So Disney basically bought back X-Men. Yeah, 20th Century Fox got bought by Disney. So Disney couldn't buy Fox Sports, and they didn't buy Fox News. Because Fox News is a whole other thing. And they weren't allowed to buy Fox Sports because Disney owns ESPN. They were blocked from being allowed to do that, which, thank goodness. But yeah, so anything that Fox owned, movie-wise, is Disney. Any random Pokemon that's in Sword and Shield, want to build a whole team around random Mons. Runigrius, whatever the Galarian form of Cofagrius is. Cofagrius. ABC issue, that would also be a thing. I also don't think Fox was really looking to sell Fox News. Fox News is separate from 20th Century Fox. Yeah, like the ABC issues would have been a thing as well. I don't know if that would have been as big of an issue. Because, well, yeah, ABC News is still big. It's not, like, ABC's not, like, as big of a news thing as ESPN is as big of a sports thing, but maybe you're right. Maybe that would be the thing. But yeah, no, wild times. Disney's basically Disney's getting as close as it can to owning all that it's legally allowed to own. Which is crazy and a little scary. But, you know, it is what it is. Put money in Disney owning the state of Florida in 50 years. It's possible. They'll just break like Orlando off and become their own little island. It'll be like the lost city of Atlanta in Futurama. Like all of Atlanta just like moves into the ocean. That's one of my favorite Futurama episodes. Granted, like all of Futurama is my favorite Futurama. Oh yeah, so I mentioned this very briefly at the start of stream, but I went karting this weekend, which isn't unusual for me. But I went to 2 tracks. One track I had been to before, but is like different every time you go because it's just like an old oval track, but they set up like barricades in to make into a different track each week. So it was different than the last time I went. But I also went to another track that's like a permanent track that I hadn't been to before. That's way more of an amusement type thing, but it was very interesting. It was a lot of fun, because there's elevation changes. The place I usually go is flat, because it's literally like track bolted into the floor. Like, of like a strip mall store. Like it's just like concrete floor they bolt track into. But this place like actually had like elevation, the track like crossed back over itself and stuff. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Definitely interested in going back, but man, it's weird. It's weird because it's definitely an amusement place. The place I usually go, I can buy massive packs of races with the intent to come back. This place you can only buy like 1 race or 3 races. It's like, okay, well, what if I want to buy more all at once and come back? That's not what you can do, basically. They immediately schedule you into a race, and if you miss it, you miss it, which is fun. What's your opinion on the theory that the reason Disney released the movie Frozen was so when you Googled Disney Frozen, the conspiracy, truths didn't show up on the front page of Google? I feel like that's conspiracy theorists just wanting to make more conspiracies about Google. How'd you get into all the racing stuff? I've always liked cars. I've always been a fan of cars and racing and everything like that. I was so close to getting really into racing when I was like 5 or 6. It feels weird saying this, but this is officially what they call the karts. So I'm gonna say it, because there's not really another name. There is, like, right down the road from where I am now, which was also pretty close to right down the road from when we lived before, there was an officially sanctioned quarter midget track, which is, like, very, very tiny, like, go-kart size, but full roll cage, and they race in, like, 1/8 mile to quarter mile ovals. There's a track right by me. My dad's also kind of into cars and stuff, and I was into cars. He's like, hey, Ian, let's go take a look. And we watched, and I was like, I love this. This is so cool. And my dad was like, how would you like to do it? And I was like, yes. But so then my mom came one time to see, and of course the first time she's there, they're going around, and a kid gets like rear wheel clipped and rolls down the like straightaway like 5 or 6 times. And my mom vetoed it. I was like, no, he's not doing that. So that was the end of that, unfortunately. But then, yeah, I was always into racing games and stuff, and went go-karting whenever I really could, which was mostly on vacations and stuff. That was like the thing I wanted to do. Or my friends, like at the end of high school, one time my friends and I went to a track that was kind of close by and did it one time, and then I didn't do it at all. until after college. And what got me back into it, like, now, is, last summer, right around now, like about a year ago now, my girlfriend Mel and I went on vacation, because she was about to go to Japan for a year, which is now 2 years, and so, like, we're gonna go do a little vacation, and we went on a vacation, and on the way there were some fun little roads to go down, pretty famous roads, so we went down those. I had a lot of fun driving. I don't think she realized how windy the roads were gonna be, but we made it. And when we were up there was, like, some go-karting things to do, and we did one of them. I was like, that was a lot of fun. I want to do more of this. And remember the track my friends and I went to pre-college, and they do a racing league there. So now I go there a bunch. So yeah, that's how I got into it, and I got back into it at that track, and raced there for a while. I still race there, but I've also, now that I do racing and talk with other people who come to that track, I learn about other tracks in various places, and have learned of like 5 or 6 tracks that are within like an hour of me. And so yeah, I try to do racing and stuff. Herbie is the real inspiration for racing. Yeah, that like mid-2000s Herbie movie. But yeah, no, I've always liked cars and stuff. I remember in middle school, like my girlfriend in middle school, we were talking one time, she's like, and at one point, she's like, I can't wait to be 18 and be like grown up and stuff. I was like, I can't wait to be 16 so I can drive. She was not happy with that answer for some reason, but I was like, I want to drive. As soon as I learned that you got to drive when you were 16, I wanted to be 16. I was like, let me in a car. I want to make it go. So yeah, that's just always kind of been a thing for me, that I've been into it and stuff. And finally, like in the past year, I've been able to actually like do it. Unfortunately, I'm tall, which is not great for racing. You want to be light and fairly short. Like, just barely above average to under average is like what you want to be for racing. You fit and stuff better, especially go-karts and anything open wheel. And me being 6'6", there's not a lot of weight from my like 200 pounds that I weigh that I can lose to save weight in a race car or in a go-kart. Which is unfortunate, because I race against people who weigh like 110 pounds. So I'm just at a disadvantage. Constantly. Water bottle says 16 or 16.9 fluid ounces. Nice. Nice. One nice. Man, now I'm looking around and it's like, I want to get my own kart because rental races are expensive. They've raised the price twice in the past year. It's almost double what it was before at like the level, like the tier of stuff I was buying. Just insane. So I was like, yeah, it's getting more and more like to the point that it makes financial sense to just buy my own kart, and basically you eat a massive cost up front to buy a cart, but then you're paying for not much to race. Right, you're not paying the rental fees each race, you're just buying like gas and tires, which outside of like running competitively during a season, you don't need to buy all that many of, but you know. Slowly getting my feet wet with that. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, Hedgehog. Yes. The hedgiest of hogs. do track, it's cheaper racing. I tried doing track and field in school, and I was bad at it. I take that back. I wasn't all bad. I was really good at hurdles because, you know, I didn't have to jump, like, at all. I was significantly taller than the hurdles already. There was no jumping. Didn't even have to lift my legs all the way. It was great. I messed up in practice one time and sprained my wrist and had psyched myself out and couldn't do hurdles well again. Great stamina, but not a fast runner. Do like marathon stuff then. Do like 800 meter or like 1600 meter. What games are you downloading, Kevin? I'll have to actually get footage of racing sometime. Unfortunately, the track I go to most of the time, like, you're not allowed to run your own cameras, which is kind of dumb. The reason I was given at one point was, like, because if there's, like, a bad wreck, they can get rid of all the footage from their cameras, not from yours. And I'm like, alright, but, like, I want to run my own camera still. I'm not paying $5 a race to use a camera, which is the real reason. But like every other track I've been to, it's like as long as either A, you don't mount them to our cart or you mount them securely. It's like mount it to your helmet and you're fine. So I could run them other places. I've considered it. But I need a camera. I need a GoPro. It's wild that some company they're actually selling NFTs, actually trading card packs now. NFTs are wild. They have... Theoretically, the technology has purpose, right? But of course, it's not used for that. What if your iPad can do a live stream? It could definitely do a live stream. I don't know if you can do it on Twitch. I don't know if Twitch lets you do it, but YouTube definitely lets you do it. But yeah, NFTs are such a weird thing. It's crazy that they basically crashed at the same time crypto crashed, so they like double crashed. It's kind of satisfying. Satisfying to see when like something that was just like grifting on top of grifting falls apart so hard. Did a Twitch live stream off just the Xbox One once? Yeah, like the consoles have Twitch streaming built in, which is pretty cool. I don't know if an iPad has it though, right? Like that's up to the Twitch app. No chat, no voice, just game. Yeah. I think you can kind of get that stuff working, but yeah. Like, my friend James from the Twitch streams, Code Monkey, he's streamed to Twitch from his PS5 just to share the game with us. Like, he was playing Kingdom Hearts one time, and he wanted us to see, so he just, like, set it up so that his voice wasn't going through nothing. It was just we could tune into that instead of doing... Like, we'd be in Discord voice call and tune into that, as opposed to sitting in a Discord voice call, tuning in to a Discord stream. So it was cool. Because, you know, he doesn't, like, do streaming, so he doesn't have, like, capture cards and stuff. Because I've shared games in Discord before, but I can also just share, like, my HD60, like, capture window. Planning on streaming on YouTube, just don't know if you can do it or handle it. Well, I mean, your iPad definitely can handle it. I don't know if you're talking about, like, if you can handle it. That's a different thing, right? Like, it does take a lot to do a stream, but I also say just do it. Just do it. If you have an idea of what to do a stream up, I'd see... I assume what you'd want to do is, like, a drawing stream one. I don't know if, like, iPad streaming would do capture. I think, like, from what I understand, a lot of the streaming stuff there is kind of meant to be like Q&A or like IRL or just chatting streams where you're like just talking to the camera. I don't know. I don't actually know. I don't know if it would handle like I don't know if you could like stream drawing that way. Because I know like most of the time I see like drawing streams and stuff, they're on like specifically drawing apps, like drawing, like art sharing apps, and usually I think they're PCs. Because you know, you can stream a PC doing that. That's worth looking into. I have to imagine there's some way to do it. There's gotta be. So we've been going for like 2 hours, just over 2 hours at this point. I think I'm probably gonna wrap up. I've got some things I need to do still. I've got there's a lot of stuff that's been happening. I mentioned like having to drop streams to like respond to texts and stuff. Hopefully that's wrapping up soon and I can kind of explain what's happening, but I can't say anything until it's settled because I don't want to say something and then it doesn't happen. That's awkward. But yeah, so I want to... Stuff happened today, and then I had stuff I had to do, and then I streamed. So I need to like respond, or like, yeah, send updates to people and stuff, so... We'll do one more SHAYMIN here, and then we'll wrap up for the day, because it's been a fun stream. I've definitely enjoyed it, and yeah. But I want to take care of that stuff. Buying the tutu. The tutu is coming for me and for the cat. Not in terms of it's shipped. It's not been purchased yet. It'll be purchased as soon as as soon as the Twitch check comes next month, probably. For those unaware, on Twitch we like impromptu set like a haha. If you get 10 gift subs, you'll wear a tutu on stream, and of course then immediately Devin, aka Yumiko, after setting that goal and me agreeing, donated 10 gift subs. So that happened, and then we did another one for the cat, and that happened. So here we are. I now owe Twitch chat. Basically, I owe my 2 friends a stream where I wear a tutu. So the tutu is coming at some point. But yeah, so there are some things I gotta take care of. It's 8:30, so it's getting late. I'm kind of like on that like edge of still being able to do it and it being a reasonable time. So one more encounter here. We'll wrap up with one more encounter. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I really do appreciate it. It's been a blast doing some Pokemon streaming again, talking about a bunch of random stuff. So here we go, final encounter. That was the idea, I didn't think it would happen. You did! And then yeah, then it became a thing. Like, yeah, the whole goal was from like Devin and James, and then of course, yeah, they immediately hit it because they're ridiculously insane. But yeah. And now like I have literally like 90% of the people who tune into my Twitch stream already are subbed because of gift subs from those 2. So like it's like I can't how do I encourage people to sub now? They're already subbed. But yeah, so that's that. We've done some more encounters on SHAYMIN, no shiny yet. Thank you everyone for hanging out. It was fun talking. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow, so if you're not following on the Twitch, it's linked down below. Go join over there. Would love to have you. We're trying to get to 200 followers by the end of the month. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll talk to you all next time, and until then, take care.